Turn into your left as soon as you can.
The classic, iconic Victorian High Country, known as one of the most notorious off-road destinations with some of the highest alpine peaks in Australia, along with an endless supply of four-wheel driving, camping, river systems, and forever-ending diverse, stunning views and drastically changing terrain and valleys. Join Maddy and I as we explore some of the most iconic off-road destinations and have some close, unexpected situations along the way. I'm loving this. This is wicked. Starting off along the well-known Crooked River track with countless river crossings and then exploring up to the heights of the Blue Rag Range. We make our way to an easy-to-get-to destination with easily one of the best sunsets we have seen in the region in a long, long time.
The views are absolutely spectacular.
Up past the Buckland Valley and beyond. Righto guys, welcome back to another cracking episode. We are here in the Victorian High Country and we are starting this trip down at Dargo, right on the southern end, on the Wanangata River.
We're going to attempt to do the Crooked River track, finally.
Yes, it has been a long time. The last two times that we've come to do it, we almost drowned the car the first time, and then the second time we just didn't want to risk it.
No.
So then after that, we're going to be exploring all the way up to Blue Rag, and we're going to show you some of the most iconic Victorian High Country tracks, and I'm absolutely excited because the weather is fantastic.
Super keen, and I'll be showing you a zucchini ball recipe as well, so stay tuned for that.
Let's get into it.
Woo!
Rightio, so before we get started for the first river crossing for the day, there's going to be two major things that we're going to do to prepare the car in case something goes wrong. First one being is obviously we're going to deflate our tyre pressures, and then we're going to get the winch set up on the front of the car. Now there's a product that I just wanted to quickly show you that we've been using for the past couple of years, is these tyre deflators. We've got them from the Devil 4x4 accessories and they are absolutely amazing. I've touched on them before on one of our last videos, but it just makes deflating our tyres so much easier and so much quicker. Compared to those other ones on the market, especially where you have to keep pulling out heaps of lines, putting on lots of dongles. There's other ones that are like similar to these ones, but you have to put them on a certain way and unplug certain pieces, and it's just an absolute pain in the ass. With these, they have a preset, so you can put them on. We've just got them down to 25 PSI because that's what we do. And literally all we do, as you just saw me do then, screw it on and boom. And then I'm going to do that to all the other three tyres, I should say. And it's just that easy, and by the time I've done all those, this one will be done. All right, and then obviously the second one is because Maddy and I are just solo touring, we like to have all the winch prepared. And then we've got the tree hugger at the back, which is what we call it, already connected to the shackle itself. So let's get that one around and do this river crossing.
Okay, yep, you're on the left. Yeah, now start. You're all good, you're all good.
All right, so I'm about to cross the Wanangata River, however you pronounce it, and this has been an absolute bucket list river crossing that have been on my list for over 3 years now. I'm so excited to finally be able to do it. It's at a correct height where I'm not going to bloody drown the car, and it's a really big crossing, hey? It'd be at least probably, I reckon, 90 metres, straight upstream against the current. It's really shallow at the moment. It's got a rocky base. It's got an amazing background of the bridge drop just before we do the Crooked River track. So let's crack into it, and I'm so bloody excited.
Yeah, I feel like a monster.
It definitely feels a little bit deeper, but it's got a really nice base to it. I'm loving this. This is wicked. So after finishing the famous McKillops Bridge river crossing, we make our way through the valleys, winding up through the mountains and on the way to the infamous Crooked River track. Rightio, so we've just rocked up basically to the first river crossing, and just a little bit of history behind this one. Last time we came here, almost drowned the car, and this is basically what happened. I'll quickly drop it in now. Get the winch! So that was the last time, and then the second time that we came down, we just didn't want to risk it, and
Fast flowing, yeah.
exactly. But now it just seems to be absolutely good to go. So we're going to give that a crack, have some fun.
Crossed.
So basically, as I just showed you before, I've got the winch ready. We've chosen a tree that we're going to throw on the tree hugger, as we call it, just in case something goes wrong. Basically, I've got the tire pressures down to about 25 psi. It's a bit of a rocky bottom, a little bit sand, but nothing that we should be too worried about on that behalf.
UHF ready to go.
And then Maddie's UHF, just in case we need to talk to each other. And also, I forgot to mention in there, our drone is completely buggered. We need to send it back to DJI to get that sorted. So any drone shots from here on in, I'm going to have to use old footage that we have, particularly when we go up Blue Rag. It sucks, but is what it is. All right, crossing number 2. So I believe these are the 2 deepest crossings that we're going to be doing here. Good little drop off there.
Don't fill your head with things and think you're free. I can smell the fear.
Now, Mads and I did know coming into this section of the track that there was going to be a significant amount of river crossings back to back, but we did not realise how many there were close together. So once we had crossed through all these, we decided to have a little bit of fun. Maddie hopped on the front of the car.
You won't like what you see. Yeah, I feel like a monster.
This is one way not to get your feet wet.
Come your nightmares, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster.
But it is absolutely phenomenal to see that how beautiful that this track really is. As you're sort of going along the side of all the rivers, you have amazing views going up and down the little valleys that hide right along the Crooked River track itself.
So how do you feel on getting to do the first part of the Crooked River track that we've been waiting for years to do?
Yeah, as I said before, it's just a good feeling.
Well, as promised, a Chucky Easter egg if he did it. All right, good job.
You got to feed it to me as well.
Pressure's on to open up the chocolate Easter egg pretty quickly. Pineapple teeth. Good.
Yum.
Well deserved.
But then we noted towards the end of the track, we had a bit of a drama. Well, I just went and had a chat to the guys up there, and they've got a chainsaw, and they're going to try and chainsaw through those 2 massive trees that have obviously fallen over in the last couple of days.
Where?
So that's Talbotville, just on the other side of the Crooked River track. They're going to have a quick cut, see if it's going to be even worth going through. Otherwise, we're going to loop all the way back around, and it's going to be a bit of a trek back.
Pretty massive tree though.
I know, it's thick as. Anyways, we'll see what happens.
Are you helping cut down the tree? Are you helping cut down the tree?
No, it's just watching.
Oh, with the other blokes.
There's about 7 blokes here with a big chainsaw. We're going to be here for a good hour and a half, I reckon, trying to get through all that. Now, after about an hour of chainsawing, Maddie and I finally made our move onto the next destination for the trip. All right, so we've just finished the Crooked River track, and oh my God, there were so many water crossings along that, wasn't there?
And fallen trees.
Oh, that fallen tree, that really threw a spanner in the works. But most of them were shallow after that first couple that we did right at the start. They're the deepest ones. So we've just walked on now onto McMillan's Road, and we're going to head over to the Dargo High Plains Flat so we can go crack on and have a look at
The Blue Rag track.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that, the trick track. It's We're gonna go up there, have some lunch, and check out the views. And
Spectacular view.
oh, so annoyed about the drone because that would have been phenomenal footage. But we're gonna do the best we can. Rightio, so we've just rocked up to the start of the Blue Rag track. Just bang straight up here. We're down here in the little parking lot area. So basically just a quick remap of where we just come from. So we've done the Crooked River.
Yep.
We've come up McMillan's Road. We had a crack at one of the spur tracks going up there, and I tell you what, it's bloody steep.
Especially when the two cars are crossing over, it is pretty fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I did find with a couple of the convoys, nobody was sort of stopping as the first person to let you know how many are in your convoy. And I just think as a bit of like a full drive courtesy that I'm sort of just noticing up here in the high countries, if you're traveling in a convoy, if you're the first person coming up a tight track, you just need to let them know how many people are coming up.
Just like chuck up some fingers or something.
Yeah, something decent, because then you know how many people are coming up behind them, and then it just makes things a lot easier. There's a few times where we thought that was the last person, we've gone a little bit further up, and then it was even a narrower part.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so this is one of the most iconic tracks here in Victorian High Country.
It's just under 16 kilometres, but definitely worth doing. It's voted one of the best alpine tracks down this way, so highly recommend.
Yeah, it's one of the best and easiest views that you'll get up here in the high country, and it's the most iconic. So let's crack into it. Well, the Blue Rag Range Trig Track right up to the point is definitely one of the best views across the whole mountain in the entire Victorian High Country. And for those that have done it can definitely agree with me when I say this, that it is very, very steep with some massive drop-offs. But once you get to the top, it is well worth the views. Check it out.
These views I am always super impressed by. They are stunning and breathtaking to look out on the Alpine.
Yeah, it's pretty steep going up here though. Like the tracks have definitely declined over the past, I reckon, 12 months or so. There's a few deep ruts that are sort of starting to form up Blue Rag, but the views are just unmatchable.
No.
Like right along the ridge line, right along the top. I'm so devastated that the drone has broken. But we're heading back now, and we're going to be trying to find a campsite tonight. Originally we were going to go back and stay down Talbotville, but we didn't realise how long that track was from Talbotville up here. So we might start heading towards Mount Buffalo and see if we can find something along there. But I don't know, does that blow your mind every time we got that track?
It is just breathtaking, the view, literally all so open as well. It's just absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Worth it every time.
Yeah.
On fire, hear your soul. Take me, get in our road. Feel the mood.
After sitting down and going through Wiki Camps to find our camp for the night, we came across a really cool lookout that might be worth a look for our sunset. This look is known as the Horn on top of the Mount Buffalo. This drive was actually a very unexpected scenic drive as we made our way up the hills, overlooking lots of grasslands, greatly moulded mountains made out of rock. And we knew just on our way up that this is definitely going to be a ripper of a spot to watch the sunset and worth the late night time arrival to camp. Well, holy moly, look at the views behind us.
The views are absolutely spectacular.
Like, we were going to go to our camp spot tonight, but we got a little bit sidetracked and we've come up here to Mount Buffalo. and we got to right to the top, and it's a place called The Horn, and it's got this amazing lookout. We're going to go up there a little bit further, but I just wanted to share with you guys what the lookout is from. And they've got these nice set of rocks that just look over the sunset. It's going to go.
That's a nice boulder.
It was literally probably only a half an hour drive up
Mount Buffalo.
Yeah, Mount Buffalo. The track itself isn't really a track, it's just sealed all the way, and then the last probably 5Ks is just what, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of corrugations, but nothing gnarly. You can get a two-wheel drive up here really easily.
Not too bad, and it's just a 40-minute walk if you want to get even up taller in the mountain, which is about 1 to 2 Ks, I think.
Yeah, depending on your sort of skill level, but I think it's quite flat along the way. So we're going to sit here, we're going to enjoy the views, watch the sunset, have a little picnic.
Yeah.
And then we're going to actually head to camp, and we'll catch you there. Rightio, so good morning. We didn't arrive to campsite last night until about bloody 11:30. We didn't get in. Just outside of Brighton, a little town called Wandilligong, I believe that it's pronounced. It's just one of the Victoria Park's campsites that just run along one of the rivers. This morning we're going to head up to the Buckland Valley, and we're going to go do some exploring along the Buckland River, go for a swim. Maddie's going to do a little cooking segment and see if we can hit any of the tracks around there just to finish it up for the day. Maddie at the moment, she's just getting ready out back, and I'm just about to go make myself coffee, and then we can hit the road.
We can be immortalized beyond space and time. You forever in our eyes. I'll need more than this life to show you how I'm feeling. So divine, angry gods light up the night. She says we're breaking through. You and I will never die. You and I will never die. It's you and I forever. Becoming what we idolize. It's you and I, and we can live forever like star children. It's you and I, the naked night.
So Mads and I have just pulled up to a really nice creek spot along here, along the Buckland Valley Road. We've taken a couple side tracks off. I think this one's called the Clearwater Creek track, and as you can sort of see behind me, or you could just see before, the track goes up into like a spur track that goes up into the hills. So we're just going to pull over here, have some lunch, have a swim. You guys know I love my swims when we get to a creek or a river or something like that. It's just to cool down, especially when it's summer up here in the high country. But yeah, we'll leave it at that, and Maddie's going to cook up some lunch, and she's going to have something ready for you.
Welcome guys, I hope your tummies are grumbling. Here we are at the beautiful Buckland Valley. I'm going to do a cooking segment today by the river, but first of all, who loves zucchini balls? I definitely do. So they're quick and easy to set up and do, but also if you've got zucchinis growing at the moment and don't know what to do with them, this is a quick and easy recipe for you. So let's crack into it. I started off with grating one of my big zucchinis. I just halved it because it was so huge, but otherwise I recommend doing 2 to 3 zucchinis if you just buy the smaller ones from the shops. I also just grated up some onion in it as well. Okay, I'm just gonna chuck in 1 egg, a bag of feta, and some paprika. Crack that in there. Make sure I have no shells. Sprinkle all the feta in there as well. Then sprinkle the paprika. Little bit of salt and pepper, and then about half a cup of flour too. And then I'm just going to mix it all up and make my little balls and get them ready to fry. Just sprinkle a bit of oil on it. Don't need a whole deep fry, just enough to just give them a nice fry up. All right, I mixed that in, but my hands are a bit tired. So Samuel, do you mind pouring in some oil for me?
I can do that.
Thank you. Just rice bran, but vegetable oil, doesn't really matter which oil you use. Oh, good little apprentice chef. Okay, I'm gonna roll them up into balls, coat them with my breadcrumbs. Just get enough breadcrumbs to do as much as you're doing your zucchini balls. I'm gonna turn on my gas cooker and then I'm gonna pop in a stick after 5 minutes to make sure the oil's heated up enough. If it is, it's gonna bubble around that stick and then you can chuck in your zucchini ball until golden brown. They are smelling excellent. They are golden brown, so it's time to serve them up, but I'm gonna just match it with some garlic dip just to give it a nice extra sauce, but do any sauce that you want with your zucchini balls. But ready to serve them up. And that is how you make zucchini balls. Hopefully you enjoy the recipe, but I want to check that Samuel likes it as well. So Samuel, come all over as always and try these. Now you need to try it with the garlic sauce as well, okay? Dip it in and pineapple teeth. It's going to be hot, careful. How is it?
Oh, that's really good. The garlic makes it
Gives
the taste come out a lot better.
Yep.
Yum.
I'm glad. Well, that's it for this episode, guys, but we hope you've enjoyed it. We've loved coming out and checking out the Buffalo Mountain. Like, that was amazing to see that and the views there.
Yeah, like the Victorian High Country, hey, it's like such a magnificent spot. You know, you got such massive declines, inclines, you've got amazing views, a lot of rutted areas, full driving is amazing, but probably one of the biggest things that stands out for me is how clear the water is. Like in all the areas that we go to, it's absolutely crystal clear. But that's where we leave it today. I hope you enjoyed all the spots that we went to, and stick around for the adventures because we've got so many coming up. And WA is not far around the corner, and I tell you what, the next 3 months on that is going to be absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, we'll leave it there.